Um, I don't understand this at all, and there's not a lot of information here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll have a link posted in the description. But U.S. authorities shut down WordPress host with 73,000 blogs after the U.S. government took action against several sites connected to movie streaming recently. Nerves are jangling over the possibility that this is just the beginning of a wider crackdown. Now, it appears that a free blogging platform has been taken down by its hosting provider on orders from the United States authorities on grounds of a history of abuse. More than 73,000 blogs are out of action. Hot on the heels of recent threats from Vice President Joe Biden and Intellectual Property Enforcement Coordinator Victoria Espino directed at sites offering unauthorized movies and music last month, U.S. authorities targeted several sites they claimed were connected to the streaming of infringing video material. Operation in our sites targeted several sites, including TV Shack Net, bunch of others. Let me just drop the link in the chat. Y'all can read it, the list yourself. You guys are too much in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, you got to come to the show. We have tons of fun here. Um, Fears remain that this action is only the beginning and that more sites will be targeted as the months roll on. Indeed, Torrent Freak has already received information that other sites, if far unnamed in the media, are being monitored by the authorities on copyright grounds. According to the owner of a free WordPress platform which hosts more than 73,000 blogs, his network of sites has been completely shut down on the order of the authorities. The following Monday, the owner received a bunch of emails saying, due to the history of abuse and ongoing abuse about this on the server, we have opted to terminate the server effective immediately. And it goes on, and they say we are limited in the details we can provide you, but note that this is a critical matter, and the only available option to us was immediately deactivate the server. Terminated on request of law enforcement officials. Please note this is not a typical case in which suspension and notification would be the norm. This is a highly critical matter brought to our attention by law enforcement officials. We had to immediately remove the server. So in other words, the government's scaring the shit out of some people, and on what grounds nobody seems to know. It does, Deb. It makes me wonder who the hell is next too. Um, Saying we note and the Blogotree owner said that when they terminated it, they refunded his money to his account because he had other servers with them. If he wants to refund it on his card, we can easily do that. Blah blah blah. Simply put, we cannot give him his data, nor can we provide any other details. By stating this, most would recognize that something serious is afoot. You think? Um, Due to the fact that the authorities aren't sharing information and BurstNet are sworn to secrecy, it is proving it almost impossible to confirm the exact reason why Blogotree has been completely shut down. When you scroll down, if you click on the article and you scroll down, comment number 12. So the U.S. is doing the very same thing as Russia did during the Soviet era. Slam down hard on those who practice freedom of speech. All that talk about U.S. being the land of the free, it must mean that it is free for all authorities to monitor and harass the citizens as they see fit. In America, you're obviously free to say anything you want as long as you're willing to get silenced, thrown in jail, etc. You're all guilty until records say otherwise. Interesting. Yep. Which, okay, if they're streaming movies online, okay, I'll grant you that. That is illegal. But what is odd is just it was just like a blanket shutdown. 73,000 blogs were streaming things illegally online. I find that hard to believe. I know if the government went after the Google boys and my Blogger account got shut down, I'd be highly pissed. There's nothing illegal on my site at all. It strikes me as being kind of a knee-jerk reaction. But what really bothers me, if they're doing illegal shit, like I said before, I am not at all endorsing doing anything illegal. Copyright laws are there for a reason, whether or not we agree with them. But at the same time, they're shutting it down for no reason. That just doesn't make any sense at all. Nobody wants to say why. Stop. Hulu is a blog. It streams media. Well, Hulu owns the media, and the people who own the material make money off of broadcasting. Totally different animal. Kind of like what happens on YouTube, with the whole Warner Music Group thing last year. And we had Tiger WDR on this show to talk about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the interview's on this channel. Just it's a playlist. Go look for it. But great guy, interesting guy. I gotta catch up with him. I haven't talked to him in forever. But anyway, um, it's all about the money. You follow the money. If there's money being made on it, of course this shit doesn't get shut down. But when they don't make money on it, or they don't feel they're making enough money on it, really gotta wonder about that. They're not busting bloggers, but they still shut down their sites. Hey George, George, how are you feeling? I saw your Facebook post. You doing all right? Yeah, it's a free blogging platform, and when something's free and they shut it down, yeah, I guess you shouldn't bitch, but still, it's still they just cut off all the servers and just decided they didn't care. It's just something really strange. I see exactly what you're saying, Lee. I agree with it. Um, I agree with that, but at the same time, there was no due process on this whole thing at all. Edmund's in the room. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. The authorities give the yeah, that's the DMC thing. They give the host a chance to kick the content. If not, they pull the site and the host. Fair enough. I don't know. Just something doesn't seem right. It's weird. Read the article. It's weird. I'll drop it in the chat one more time. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description. Angela, good point. Due process. What makes you think we have any due process rights anymore? Gotta wonder. Just something about this whole thing. Yeah, with the fines in place, yeah, the people that own it had no choice but to pull the plug. I certainly would have done the same, but something still stinks about the whole thing. Something's just not right. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna be watching this story and see what happens. Um, because it is interesting. But anyway, if you're watching this video on YouTube, no lectures about the smoking, but you can check us out here on Blog TV every Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. My screen name is Risky Business 04, and I'll see you here.